use unnecessary money.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is not about letting it go. It's about we don't need that right now.
Of
That's
course.
what I'm saying.
Of
You
course.
don't
And
have to vote on something that we really don't need.
I know, but they do vote it in. They do vote.
Okay.
The Senate and the Congress vote. It was bills gonna put on the place that the Barack Obama tried to pass through, and the Senate and Congress vetoed that sucker.
Yeah,
denied it.
Yeah.
This is probably what happened with Hillary. And Hillary probably went through that, and she probably had changed stuff around to make sure that she could still get something in, but she probably had to compromise to get it voted in.
Yes.
You know. But see, me, I'm the type of person. I don't even blame the rest of the Congress. I don't even blame the rest of the Senate for doing that. You know what I blame? I blame the people who put these people in
power,
the voters
yeah.
and people in power. That's why I keep saying people. This is why I argue with people online. Because these are the people who vote these suckers in to get stuff like this happening. You know, you should hear these people. These people out here, poor people, are lazy.
So you saying the racist people are
No, this racism, it's the classism
that's why I
too.
said it's possible for Hillary to get that kind of
It-
people to be like, we don't need this. Let's all vote and get blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She can do that. She can. She don't necessarily have to let them push that on us.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You get what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
She don't.
I mean, she
It
right.
doesn't have to fly.
But
When I was watching them like I told me, I watch WLYN channel all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times these damn de Blasio did not, but he's like, you ain't gonna force me something. And I knew that Hillary didn't have to put that health plan.
No, she didn't.
He said he did say, he said, y'all not gonna force my hand. I'm not gonna sign this for you.
Yeah, she did that too. No, you're right about that. No, she could have did that too.
Mhm.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
If they didn't want to pass it the way she wanted to pass it, she'd been like, you know what, let's kill the whole thing.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
And that's why I said we need somebody who's gonna be like, yo, if you want to put this on it, I don't want it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know.
They're not losing
No, I totally agree with you. Yeah, you talking like that now. I totally agree. If
Yeah.
I'm bringing something into the table and you're gonna veto it, then I'm like, you know what, kill the whole
Fuck
thing.
it, yeah.
Because I'm not gonna
Because
compromise.
you're
I'm not
changing
gonna compromise for you to change what I want to do.
Yeah.
I just kill it. We just do something else. I totally agree with that. That's something.
And there's a lot of things that we had that we could have figured out that cost the city more money than what it was worth.
I know.
Because next year they're supposed to be going up in transportation again. That's in a 5-year raise period.
you know what?
Transportation will always go up.
You know what?
It's not supposed to. If
But
we have jobs, that's supply and demand.
But you know
We're
what?
not supposed to.
You
the
know.
city made money, remember?
But you know what? I'm gonna keep it really with you. I don't blame nobody for that happening except the city of New York.
Yeah,
You know why?
I love that.
You know why I blame the
That's
city of
what I
New York?
vote for.
You know why I blame the city of New York for that?
We need
Because
some niggas on us, real niggas.
Hold on.
Professional niggas.
hold on, I don't blame nobody for subway system going up except the city of New York. You know why? Because at one time the city of New York had the subway and the buses, and they had it for like about 13 years. After the independent companies like the RRT and the BMT went out, all right, they brought them out. The city of New York brought them out.
That, yeah.
1940, they brought them out. 13 years later, what they do, what the city do? Gave it to the state. And the state, what they made, the transit authority in 1953. Then about a good 15 years later, in 1968, they make the MTA. And ever since then, the subways have been going up.
You remember all of that, yeah.
They should have kept, the city of New York should have kept it under their control. Because, you know, the city of New York own the subway track. They still own the subway track. The buses, it's state run now. It's state owned. But the tracks right now, the subway track, if the city of New York right now wanted to start a new subway line, they could do it right now. But the
You know
reason why,
that's because they digging through them tunnels.
but the reason why they can't do it, but the reason why they won't do it is because of the fact that they leased out the subway tracks to the state for 99 years.
Yes, and because they're a historical area. Too.
Yeah.
That's also part of it. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Serious history in the what they call the Broadway Junction.
Yeah, of course.
It's serious history in there.
I know.
It looks so nice. They keep getting it together.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's why it's the way it is now. That's why, because the state is state run by a state authority, which, while one guy said is a fourth branch of government.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know what a public. It's really under public authority. That's what it is.
Okay.
Public authority is a thing. It's like a fourth branch of government. So you got three branches. You got the federal, state, local.
Yes.
The public, a public authority is something like this. Is that it's supposed to be for the public, but at the end of the day, it runs private. It runs like a private company.
Yes.
That's what MTA is, a public authority.
But
And yeah, run private. It means nobody vote. Nobody can vote like you vote. You know, on the other levels, people can vote and see. There's no voting there. they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
At the end of the way. And this is the problem here. This is why that's why the city of York should have kept it under their wing. Because then people they would have no choice, but the people had to vote for the stuff. The people had to vote to see if they want to have new subway cars or new train tracks. They were all that people want to say yes, but they gave it to the state because they didn't want the responsibility, so they gave it to the state. And look what's going on 60 years later.
Yeah. They said they would could still save the city billions of dollars, billions, because I did not know the train station was, like I said, the train, all throughout the train is our landmark of how they delivered our mail a day. They could have saved billions of dollars still if they used that same still to this day.
And let me tell you why.
I'm telling you, our city know what they're doing.
And another thing, before we go to another topic, I want to also tell you about why the subway trains are so crowded. Well, first of all, they cut service. So let me tell you another reason why. There was a bunch of lines that New York City called the elevated line. It was the Fulton Street L. You can run right on Fulton Street before the Guardia and them built the what we call A train underground and discarded the Fulton Street L. There was another line called the 3rd Avenue L that ran from Lower Manhattan all the way to the Bronx. Into 1965. Then the Manhattan portion runs up until 1965.
Underground,
No, the underground, no, overground.
Okay.
In the city, in Manhattan,
Yeah.
you had the 3rd Avenue L running from 3rd Avenue in Manhattan all the way to 3rd Avenue to Bronx. They shut the Manhattan portion down in 55, and they shut the other part of the Bronx portion down in 73.
Okay.
They had another line called the 2nd Avenue line in Manhattan going into Queens. They shut that down. They had the 9th Avenue L in Manhattan and the 6th Avenue L in Manhattan. They shut them down to replace it with the 8th Avenue subway line and the 6th Avenue subway line.
Okay.
All right. They also had the what F train. You know what F train running right now? Actually, that was part of the Cobra L.
Okay.
That ran from
Queens to Brooklyn.
no, that ran from Coney Island, where you know where the 30, where you know where the you know where what you call the Dibman's at?
Yeah.
He used to go along Dibman's. Go on the other side and he used to come on where the D train run at, and he used to run all the way down 5th Avenue, all the way to downtown Brooklyn.
Okay, that's
L.
yeah.
L. They had all. They had the Murder Avenue L. I know you know. If you ever go to Murder Avenue Broadway.
Because of the highway.
No, you know the Murder Avenue L. We had a Murder Avenue L that ran from Murder Avenue with M train at all the way downtown Brooklyn. As a matter of fact, you go to where the J train and M train meet up at. You see the thing that's on top.
Yeah.
That's called the Murder Avenue L.
Okay.
But make a long story short, they had all these L trains running. LaGuardia and Robert Moses decided to tear them down because they wanted to build highways and streets and subways and the Fulton Street L, for example, you used to run over the Brooklyn Bridge. It was used to run over the Brooklyn Bridge. Run over the Brooklyn Bridge into Lower Manhattan. I said to myself, when Sandy hit, I said, when people couldn't go to work, I said to myself, what would have been if they had kept them L's up? Because the subway tracks got flooded. If they would have kept them L's up, people would still be able to go to work, get into Manhattan and all that.
That's if they didn't get knocked down.
And get into the
It
Bronx.
was good.
No.
The old trains are good. Not this crap they restoring and fixing up every time we got over here. No, those came after.
And that's another reason why subway. For example, you know what Lexington Avenue line is so crowded right now? Lexington Avenue line in Manhattan, the 4, 5, and 6. Remember I told you the 3rd Avenue L ran on 3rd Avenue upward. They tore it down at 55. Why they do that? Now there's no line on the east. They tried to build a 7th Avenue subway, but there's no line that's running on the east side of Manhattan. They had two lines, the 2nd Avenue L and the 3rd Avenue L running on the east side of Manhattan. They tore both of them down. Now everybody depending on the Lexington Avenue line, the subway line, and it's crowded. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Stupid decisions in the 20th century. In the 20th century, they did a lot of dumb decisions. Don't get me wrong. This 20th century was one of the best centuries of human history, because there was the century where cars was being created, and and area with
Airplane.
the airplanes on stuff. That all happened at the same time, 1901, 1902.
The skyscrapers.
Yeah, all that stuff. So we're in space, all that stuff. So 20th century was one of the greatest,
Times.
the greatest time
Times
as
in
far
history.
as the history of human history. But it also made a lot of mistakes.
Yes, it did.
First of all, you had the World War. That's number one. There was the atomic bombs and all that stuff. But then he did stupid stuff like turning stuff down. Then you had all the people, dividing people by race and class and all that stuff, which caused ghettos and all this stuff and all this. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the 20th century that was bad also, and it's crazy.
Uh-oh. Call up.
Hold up. Who we got on the air?
Hi, this is Rachel Carew.
How you doing?
Hey, Rachel.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Okay, we doing fine. We doing fine. Yes.
For those of you who don't know, Rachel is awesome. Rachel, let everybody know a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. I am a personal professional development coach and facilitator and speaker. And my passion was always around singing and performing, and I stopped doing it for over 20 years because of my perfectionism. And I recently reconnected to it, the whole series of events that happened in my life. And I've written a book, and I'm now about to produce my first CD.
That's great. I like to hear that, because that's, some people, because of their profession or or any type of situation in their life, they always want to have to give up the things that they really passion for. And it's good that you said, you know what, I'm going to go back and get into it after 20 years. I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to go and do it. So that's great. That's great to hear. That's great to hear.
Thank you.
Definitely. When you started, when was the first time you started singing? How old was you when you said that? When you just said whatever,
Actually, my late great Aunt Rose told me that I was singing before I knew how to speak.
Great.
So I have memories of me just rocking back and forth in the way back of the station wagon, and yeah, one of my first songs was Bye Bye Miss American Pie, even though I had no clue what I was singing. You hear me okay? I hear some static.
Sorry. What was the song that made you very passionate and wanted you to take your music career to the next level? You can hear me, Carol? Carol?
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me? Rachel?
Yes,
I'm
I
sorry, I'm
can
losing
barely hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What song was the song that inspired you to take your music career to the next level?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
What song inspired you to take your music career to the next level? Your childhood song. I know it had to be the song that you wanted to take to the road and share with everybody. What was that song?
Defying Gravity.
Gravity. Okay. All right. Nice choice.
Yeah. So let everybody know your profession if you want to.
How can people reach out to you?
They can find me on Facebook under Rachel Carew, that's Karu, author/singer. They can also find me on Twitter. They can also find my CD on cdbaby.com. So I also have a website, which is for my business website, which is raedevelopment.com.
And let people know what's the name of your CD, your album.
CD is called Stepping Into More.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
So how did you come up with that idea?
Well, it actually started with my book, and my what basically happened to me was I was in a car accident